So, welcome everybody to SOCOM-Talk. This is episode 6, I believe. Yeah, we made it to 6. Yay. I am your host, Dayan Capone. You can follow me on Twitter at Dayan Capone1. And as always, I'm joined by my co-hosts. First one is Runningman at Runningmanosk on Twitter. How's it doing, Running Man?
Not bad. I'm just hanging in there. Got some great info for everybody. Hope you guys are tuning in and enjoy.
All right. And our second co-host is Hell Juvie at Hell Juvie on Twitter. What's up, Juve?
What's up, man? How's everybody? Everybody
Uh,
in the chat?
yeah, shout outs to BigFry in the chat already, loyal viewer there. And we got
What's up?
Celerity also. And also, if you guys notice on the stream, I gave you guys all ranks. We gave Celerity captain. I got lieutenant. We got Juvie
Oh my god,
commander.
I
We
gotta
gave
see
a
this.
butter
Hold
stick to Running Man. You
I
butter
gotta
stick.
see this.
I'm a
Sit
team
down.
player, man. I'll be a butterstick all
Yo,
day.
you know
Girls
what? We
like
gave
it.
you a butter stick because we
Go
barely
ahead.
found out. Me and Juvie said, Running Man's like, oh man, you guys play SOCOM wrong. You guys just rush. You gotta camp. You gotta analyze your opponent. I'm like, you fucking camper, dude.
I can't wait if I
You
ever
stay
get
in
on
butter
X-Wing,
stick,
man.
bro.
Oh wow. That's funny.
All right, so big day, big day, big week for the SOCOM community, man. This letter that BigFry has been working on with, I believe you're a part of it. And who else is a part of it again? Celerity.
What's up?
This letter, we're gonna talk about this letter. Who's a
Oh
part
yeah.
of it? Can you tell me? Because I'm not really sure.
Yeah, we're gonna be having posted a video about an open letter that we're gonna be sending to Yoshida. It got delayed at the moment.
Mhm.
But once that goes live, we're gonna be sending a tweet out. One person will be sending a tweet out each to the letter, and all the details for that will be announced at a later date.
Okay,
But
and
we'll be dropping the release date soon.
I heard the reason why this letter even came into fruition here because the people who wanted a remaster for Shenmue, I believe, wrote a letter and it worked. Is that really the reason why we're doing this now? Because of that?
Yeah, it's one of the reasons Shenmue got noticed on building the list was because there was info about it, about how it came about, and one of the things was an open letter to Sony, to the Shuhei Yoshida.
Mhm.
So that's
So
one of the things that
I
we're
got
doing
I
as
got a
well.
question for you. So you're here to help out to tell everybody to do this strategically because this is a very important push, right? I would assume. Would you say that?
Yeah, for sure. We had to have everything organized to make sure that it's not we're not spamming him with stuff, but rather the whole community is getting the message out all at once.
Excellent, excellent. I got a question for you. So let's say we make this letter and we don't reach Twitter followers. The community doesn't get that spark that we did on building the list. What will happen? Do you think we'll still get acknowledged?
Uh, well, we had to all come together as a community. We had to make sure that everybody's there. I honestly think that we need to have the most numbers out of this. We need everybody from the PlayStation community and everybody from the SOCOM Remastered, like all the pages basically. We have to make sure every single community member has a Twitter and that they're tweeting this out.
Okay, hold on,
So
hold on. I have a question here. Now, without giving too much away here, like what exactly does the letter contain? Like, does it have sort of like all the achievements we SOCOM has had, in terms of sales, or all the achievements we had on Twitter, like with the poll, with being acknowledged? Like, what exactly is in this letter, without giving away too much?
Yeah, it's about SOCOM and um, I can't really say too much about it yet, but
Hmm.
what it's just basically why SOCOM was so successful from SOCOM 1 and 2. Like what was so successful about them and why it deserves a
all
remaster.
right, that's good enough. We respect that totally. We were gonna, you know, ask you.
Yeah.
Basically, does the community on PS4 know about this push? Is there a way that we could get the community on Twitter and pushing for this?
Yeah,
What do you want us to make videos? Like, what's going on? Are we supposed to be
Hmm.
making YouTube videos, or
yeah, every YouTube
when are you
video
gonna ask
definitely
for people
helps.
to support?
We've been telling people to make YouTube videos for quite a while now on each progressive campaign push that we bring out, but more information of that will be released next week, I believe, and we'll have stuff arranged for the tweet.
Now the tweet. This is a certain tweet that you want everybody to use, or do you want them to speak their expression? What's
No,
that
it'll be
website? What's that website that we got to sign up for? That
we were gonna do future tweets, but now we're looking at another one called Later Bro.
later, bro.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Explain to me what that's all about.
you basically just schedule a tweet, and we'll have something available for you.
Okay, and hold on. Okay, so you can't talk a lot about the letter. That's cool, but
Yeah, I
I want
can't
I
say
want to I
much.
want to ask Running Man though. Okay, without him knowing anything, what are some of the things that you want included in the letter? Like, what would you say to the president of Sony, or a YOSP or whatever? What are some things you want to tell him?
Well,
Basically the same things that we've been saying, right? With the record breaking, SOCOM breaking records, with
Yo,
the
Running Man, hold on. I think
IGN.
Running Man, you're breathing
It's
on the mic, bro.
static on the
Yeah,
phone there.
someone's
Yeah,
breathing
bro.
pretty
Take
hard
it
on the
easy, bro.
mic.
It's okay. No, you need your head of so crack. That's okay.
um, yeah, you know how people have been tweeting on Twitter about IGN's post about having the most concurrent users online at one time, rivaling all of
Hmm.
Xbox Live, and
Exactly.
the the article about Yoshida saying, "Hey, SOCOM 1 and 2 were part of the fan base, like they were the fan favorites of SOCOM." Other things like that.
That's actually one of the things I wanted to get across, because if I were to tell them, I'd tell Sony, go back and revisit SOCOM 1 and 2, man, and see how much of an impact both of these games really had, apart from just, talking about sales and all that stuff. But these games were ahead of their time, mechanically wise, unmatched. And one thing I always point out is how SOCOM 1 put PlayStation 2, the online part of it at least, on the map. Because at the time, what other PlayStation 2 game was there online, in terms of like how popular was it? I don't remember any game.
Well,
You know,
it's not a game that I remember, but they brought it to PS4. They're bringing it to PS4. It's called Hardware Online Arena. I
I've never
have
heard of
no
that.
idea.
What
I've
is
never heard
that?
of that game, but apparently it's coming to PS4 with online.
Have any of
And
you
it,
guys ever heard of that game, Juvie Running Man?
No,
no,
never heard of it. Never heard of it.
Okay, so I mean, yeah. So what I was saying is, when you go back, I believe Halo came out same day as Xbox One, like the original Xbox, I believe, and it got really popular really fast. And then you'd go over to PlayStation, and there was no other game that could compete with the online portion of it. And then you see the PlayStation exclusives. There is none, man. They need to bring Sony back. What the hell?
yeah, like the Uncharted collection, they could have probably had a lot more sales with that just because they only have single player on it, right?
I believe so. There's no
And
multiplayer from what I heard.
how many people would just buy a game? Well, I know some people haven't played Uncharted, and that's the sole reason. Like they said, something like 75% or 70% of the PS community has
Yeah,
never played Uncharted, and that's the main reason they remastered it for PS4. But to be real, the old school people who played Uncharted back in the day, like I know Uncharted 2 is like my all-time favorite multiplayer for PS3,
yeah. Okay, and hold on. I
and
want to ask Juvie though. Juvie, what do you want to tell? Like, if you had a chance to be part of this later, like, what would you want to tell Sony, dude? Let's give us your thoughts.
Um, I would like to remind them that that SOCOM is an exclusive
Hmm.
for Sony. It was one of the first multiplayer online games, if not the first. One of the biggest. One of the biggest franchises. The longevity it's had through the years. Um, we can get that. I would like to get all that stuff in there, just like the history of it.
Hmm.
It also, the longevity of the community. Like a lot of
Exactly.
those other games from back then don't have a community like we do. Still
mhm.
standing strong, still making noise. So basically the history. I mean, we can give them the history of from where it started to where it is now.
Hmm.
That's my main concern. I would like to have that in there.
Yeah, Running Man, what would you add to that letter if you had a
No,
chance?
I agree with him 100%. So you don't have to hear us say it twice. Well, he just said it for me, man. So definitely agree with what Juvy's saying.
Yeah, fast forward 13 years since freaking SOCOM 1 was released, and you still see the community consistently fighting to bring back SOCOM to the PlayStation format, proving to them time after time, with the poll, with the PlayStation blog, what was it 14,500
Yeah, can we get
almost?
a quick rundown what we started, Celerity? Like, can you give us the steps and then where we are
Well,
with this?
the first one was the PS blog share that we did,
Hmm.
and it was roughly 16,000 votes, and I think 14,000 was yes for a new
Yeah,
one.
How
14.5,
long
I
ago
believe.
was that?
That was 2000, geez, like 2005, 2006, or maybe that was sooner. I don't remember. I can't pull it up right now, but it's archived already. Like Sony basically hid that, and it was like the number one blog share on all of the forum, like all of Sony.
And then
And
after that,
we did. Uh, we've had quite a few petitions, but the one so far, the one that we just did this year, is at 4,000 votes, 4,000 signatures for that. We have the PS4 community that just reached 6,400 people.
Hmm.
And then we have the Twitter and Facebook, which are both around 1,200 as well.
Then we got
And
acknowledged as
so
well.
we're confident on our next move, or do you think we should be getting everybody to making YouTube videos what they want to hear in this letter, or do you want to get the community involved? What do you want? Do you want to just do it without the community? Um, like, do you have confidence that this is going to be ready to go? Like, it's
yeah,
good to go.
definitely. We have it all sorted out. Definitely, we'll have a plan in place that we're going to be talking about soon.
Because where I understand, I heard someone said that there was some negative feedback on a blog, and then Sony deleted the positive
Yeah.
feedbacks, protecting it. Can you let us in on that? Do you know anything about that?
Oh yeah, I'm not going to mention any names, but like
No,
we're
no
talking
respect.
about the forum for the 20 years of play, the SOCOM poll, like the poll that we won, that SOCOM 2 won.
Hmm.
Um, the community manager basically let us have a reminiscent group for SOCOM memories that we posted up on the EU forums, and then I also went around to the US forums and posted the same thing and say, hey, look, we just won this, blah blah blah. Post your
Hmm.
favorite memories of SOCOM,
Hmm.
and there's a lot of negative people that came in. Uh, a few PlayStation MVPs that came in and said their 2 cents about it,
Yeah, and I saw
and
somebody on
So
Twitter. I
that's
believe
once
it was,
again signs of making it an uphill battle for us.
who was it? Lukenbacher, I believe, posted like go to EU because in US they're deleting our posts or something like that.
yeah.
Did you guys see that?
Um, Basically, there was a few people who were defending the posts and were complaining about the MVPs talking negatively in our forum or whatever, and they basically came in and deleted the person that was talking like that was defending the post. They were and the MVP's posts still were up there. So basically, they didn't edit the MVP's posts at all, but they deleted a few other people's posts that were trying to
Now,
defend SOCOM. And
Hmm.
I got another question for you. Do you feel that your PlayStation community, you've started SOCOM Remaster, do you feel like you're in the same category? Like they're not acknowledging you, they're just deleting you out of the chance of your opportunity of being a part of that group because you've earned it. So clearly you got 6,300. That's like more than, 7 days that it came out or whatever. That deserves, to be up there. What do you think?
yeah, the some people have different opinions on that too. Like they want to see a lot of like higher numbers because they're like, oh, SOCOM may have sold this many copies, but you only have this many people right now talking about it. And honestly, like who gets on social media every day? And SOCOM is a more mature audience. Like it's an older game, right? So there's
That's
a lot
true.
more older people that have lives and take care of their kids and are on social media every day.
Yeah. So
But
I want. Yeah. Go ahead.
they they probably still like a lot of them still game though, right? So like if they have a PS4 and they see SOCOM show up on PS4, they're obviously gonna buy it. They're like, oh, this is my childhood right here, and they're gonna introduce like it's a really competitive game. Like a lot of new people might come in and check it out as well. Like I know a lot of the Call of Duty competitive players, they don't see Black Ops 3 as competitive as the last few renditions of Call of Duty, and it's really there was like an article posted about it, and they're saying like it's really throwing something off. Like it's not like what else are they going to be able to do if Call of Duty doesn't stay how it usually is for esports and stuff.
Well, hold on. I want to say something. What Fry mentioned in chat is that for this letter to be popular, we need to get those members from the PS4 community to help us out on this tweet. Like, how do we? Can you post? Because I don't have a PS4, so I'm sort of in the dark here how that works. Can you post like a sort of an announcement on the group for everybody to see it? Can you do that?
Yeah, there's a message of the day inside of the community group that you can update anytime, and anybody can see that message if
Okay.
they come into the group.
But
So
time is of the essence. It feels like, we got only a couple days to doing it. So it's like we really need to like crunch time, boys, make YouTube videos again, like how we did building the list, right?
mhm.
This is the last push and last, do you think we have more time to delay, or what are your thoughts? Or
Uh, we'll be getting this out soon. Like it's not going to be delayed very long, but there's also going to be other opportunities I feel that are going to arise. Like maybe in November, Sony may talk about like what do you expect at PlayStation Experience? Like what is your most wanted title? What is like how they did before, right? With the other third party, the strategic content manager, both of them were asking what would you want on PS4 to buy the console?
I think
And
as far as
obviously,
the PS4, or on the PS4 with the comment of the day, Moneyman was asking, or Big Fry was saying how we can get those people on. I think we need a date. If we can get an actual date and Celerity could put it on his message of the day like a week before, and then all the community members will basically post and push for this date to where everybody can, an instruction, maybe get instructions on there. And so I think once we get a date, it'll be, we can push more for
yeah,
those
we can
PS4 members. We'll
we
get
can
a lot
advertise it.
more.
Yeah,
Yeah, advertise it more, and then you know,
you did
maybe
say
get them on the
strategic,
Facebook group.
yeah.
It'll be easier to explain to people. Actually get them on the Facebook group, and then so there's a couple things we can do once we get a date.
I'm
That'll
just
make it
worried
easier.
about the release time. If it's too early or too late, like I'm just nervous for this last push because it's crazy.
Well, Big Fry
Well,
saying
the letter is something that the guys are doing, right? So it's like nobody has to put it out till they're ready, right?
okay. Here
It's
we go.
not.
Here we go.
It's no deadline that has to be met. Is what I'm saying,
Big
correct?
Fry saying a video with instructions will be dropping next week. And we have 2 weeks to get the word out. So starting from now, I guess we got 2 weeks to sort of just tweet about it and make a video,
Two
I
weeks is
guess.
good enough, I guess, right?
Yeah, I think it should be long enough because a lot of people are in the dark.
It'll be our fault though, guys. I will take this one for me and everybody. If we don't get that number that I really would like. What is your number, Celerity, to getting people to
How many
tweet?
tweets?
how many tweets?
Yeah.
I would say at least we need 1,000 people on board, maybe 500 to 1,000 people.
Okay.
I
All
think we
right.
need more for some reason. Damn.
Oh,
Well, because I
that's
think
a
we can
lot
do
of
more, man.
that's a
Because
lot. I'm not saying it's not doable, but that's a lot of
I think
tweets.
that number is account like we could get that number. Um, we got to do it, guys. Listen to the
Listen,
Celerity
we've
and
done stuff like this before, so we
shout
just
outs to everybody, Big Fry and everybody,
we got 2
whoever's
weeks. They just said
up
we
on
got 2
this,
weeks.
doing this.
Doable. We can do it.
All
So we
right,
just got to
so
get on our grind.
make sure you
I
guys
think we could get
follow.
more than that though, if
Yeah,
we really try,
exactly.
if we really push for it, if everybody's on board.
Well, what I've understand, I've only seen 10 supporters sticking around. Like, there's only a couple, and maybe an odd one person coming around. But like building the list when it was there, when SOCOM remastered and they made that first video giving that chance, everybody was on board. So it's like, how do we get that spark right away? It's gonna be a good one.
Yeah, and just to go off of what Big Fry's saying, man, I think we should just sort of sit here and wait for that video to drop. So, because there'll be instructions there as to what we're supposed to do. So make sure you
Yeah,
guys
we
follow
don't want to
him.
give no misleading information because like they are doing it, working hard, and it's strategic. So, and
Yeah,
plus, we don't want nobody to fuck it up for us. So, as you are witnessing a lot of negative on the, and Sony doesn't care and backs it. This is like an uphill battle from the get go. And once this is all said and done, I'm going to be relieved. I don't know, Celerity, you said you're going to be in a cave.
If they don't
yeah.
release, if they don't release
Yeah,
it, I'll
yeah,
be in a cave and
I mean,
yeah.
is that how
I'll
you're
just
gonna
sit
I
there.
feel
feel you, bro.
after, like, for example, if we send this letter out and after PlayStation Experience, is that how you're gonna feel? Like you're done with this? Like, get this out of my face?
No, I'll wait till next year probably. But if it goes on another 2 years and we don't hear anything about SOCOM, I'll literally probably go crazy. Like I I don't know
I hear you
if
because chances are we're not gonna get no announcement at
yeah
this upcoming thing. Like that's just
yeah
way too
and
soon. Like,
Yeah.
X Link
Yeah.
won't be around forever either, right? Like
Oh
mhm.
God, don't say
if
that.
Well,
X Link closed, like what would I do? I'd have to sit there and play like the single player for
you still have a half hour
You
over
got
there.
half hour. No, man.
Half hour.
No. Yeah, I don't think that's gonna be around the next month or two.
Yeah, yeah, it'll be
To
So,
be
around
honest
for
with
like
you.
another half hour.
half
So,
hour. I got what you're saying.
So,
Oh
hey
wow.
guys, I've been saying stuff like the retweeters and people that are retweeting, and you don't follow them, and they don't follow. I know people don't follow because Twitter is like, oh, I don't know you, whatever. Don't you think whoever's new to the campaign or getting it, and someone's like saying, hey, this guy's new, trust his word for it, and like his tweets are legit. Don't you think we should regroup and get ready? Like I've been posting out on Twitter, regroup and get ready. It's like we are waiting for you guys and for everything to be ready, and it's going to be that day. And when that day comes, we have to blow it up.
Yep.
So, do
Well,
you think? Yeah,
everybody is in the Facebook group and on the community, and we're all standing by waiting for the right moment to tweet. So
but
once that
followers
happens,
of Twitter though, like say someone's new and you didn't know him, like say you retweeted, okay, and then I see a lot of people that retweeted your for SOCOM, and I would follow them, because I'm trying to regroup. I'm trying to like see if they're active because there's not that many active people out there. And what I want to get people to do more is don't retweet. Start tweeting. You tweet your own opinion. We shouldn't have to tell you what to do. And we will retweet it. That's what will make it. What do you think, Celerity?
yeah, as long as you're not doing multiple tweets, like if from the same
Or,
person, if it's
or
all the
Yeah,
same
spam,
spam.
yeah.
people, yeah,
Yeah.
I think we have to do now is just sit patiently on Twitter, wait for this video to drop from Big Fry, and then just tweet that out to everybody so everybody
yeah,
knows
I,
what to
I I
do.
agree, man. I think once we get the video out, and the instructions, and then we get the date, then we can push people towards that website and set up the pre-tweet, which should be fairly easy. It shouldn't be nothing too hard. Anybody
Hmm.
should be able to do it. So the instructions should be pretty basic and simple. I mean, the hard stuff was that letter. We had none. We had we didn't have to do that. So everything else should be really
Yeah, and it's just a
it
tweet,
make it
man.
easy for us. All we gotta do is follow the lead.
Yeah, all you
So
guys,
everything
man,
should be
just
fun.
tweet it out, man. It's just a
Yeah,
click.
set up
These
the
guys are doing the hard work behind the scenes. Big Fry,
yep.
Celerity, these guys. Just give a tweet. That's it.
Yeah, and it's gonna be preset. So once it's set, you don't even have to worry about it. Just once the see this the tweet is set. Like I said, guys, we have the easy part. So
Mhm.
we just gotta round up everybody to set up this tweet, make sure it's out, make our videos, follow instructions. We have 2 weeks, and that's all we have to do. That should be pretty simple. That's
Yeah.
the
Well, we
hardest
kind of
part.
don't have to make a video. We got the proof right here. It's coming next week,
Yeah.
and
Exactly.
here it is,
We just
exclusive.
our responsibility right now is just making sure that video reaches everybody in the SOCOM. That's all we got to do. Everything we have to do is in that video. So now we just sit patiently, I guess.
Well, as you say, sit patiently. Do you think Sony acknowledged us on the poll? Sony said that we're on the list. Geo Corsi acknowledged us. All this, positive thing. Do you think Sony is like trying to get us to hush and like, oh, okay, you know,
Well,
they acknowledged us? Do you think
Hmm.
like
they
they're trying
acknowledge
to?
us, right? For both of
Yeah.
the both Sony reps acknowledge us, but they didn't acknowledge any other game, right? We're the ones that won both of those.
But
Exactly.
yet they
That's
put
that's what it
you
was.
to talk to the president, Yopes or whatever.
Oh yeah, that was Adam
Yeah, I want
Boyes.
to ask you that,
He's
Celerity. Why do you think, first of all, Gio Corsi? I thought Gio Corsi was the main guy here we were tweeting at for the third
for the
party.
building the list,
Yeah, and
yes.
then Adam Boyes, which is also a third party, I believe, sends us to Yas. What's up with that? I don't understand why.
I think he was trying to lay the heat off of those two guys, and he wants us to tweet at Yoshida because he's the first party dealing with exclusives for Sony.
Hmm. Okay, well, I guess we take our tweets to him when this letter drops because we can't go in solo if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
All right, so okay, let's move on to this PlayStation experience thing. So, if you guys aren't aware of it, the list has been dropped of the presenters and the games that have been confirmed. So, I want to
Yep.
get your thoughts on this, Celerity. I believe it was in the Big Fry's last podcast, second to last podcast. They were talking about what studio they would trust to remaster a SOCOM. I don't know if you have the list open right now, but is any of those
It's not on there.
studios?
No.
No, nobody is on there, right? That does a remaster.
No. Sorry, I'm in a gunfight.
Are you playing SOCOM right now?
Yeah, I
Oh
just
my
took two guys
god,
out.
I
There we
can't
go.
even be
Yo,
mad at
Okay.
yo,
you.
you know how bad he's probably lagging right now?
Yeah, he's probably
He's
camping in the
lagging
turret in the
so
fucking
bad, I bet
hospital.
you.
He's got
Carry
mines
out.
everywhere. Yeah, so
Yeah, Geo Corsi did the building the list, but that was for people who want like games that wanted to be remastered, and we made that. But his original, like his actual position is for third party games.
right, but
So
isn't he in charge of that? Like, don't they get like the ideas of which game to remaster from him?
yes, that's from the building the list campaign though. That is separate from his actual job.
Ah, okay. Well, goddamn then. All right.
Um, but yeah, basically, Shuhei Yoshida has final say of whether SOCOM and the higher ups, of course, that aren't on Twitter all the time, but
And
has
yeah,
final say of whether SOCOM is yay or nay.
and that's the person we're gonna be targeting with this letter, right? Yasp or whatever.
Yes,
Okay.
yes.
Okay, so going back to this PlayStation experience, I don't know if you guys in the chat have seen this or not, but one thing that caught my eye, and I sent you a message on Steam, Celerity, that Naughty Dog is on the list of exhibitors. How do you feel about that, man? Because right now, how it's looking, they have no confirmed games done by Naughty Dog. What do you think that signals here?
Sorry, my mic died.
Your mic died. Are you okay now?
Yeah, I'm good. Yep. What
Okay.
were you saying?
I don't know if you remember on Steam, I sent you a message about Naughty Dog being on the presenters list or whatever, and then you go to the
Okay.
games and there's no game done by them right now that's officially announced.
The games that are on there are going to be games that you're going to be able to play on the floor, basically. The developers that are there are also going to have booths, but it's not the 100% list. Like, there's going to be more. They're not going to
Okay.
just come out and say everything right there, right? They're going to keep some surprises and keep some announcements.
Now, is there a game that you know of that they've been working on? Because the last one they did was Uncharted 4, right?
Yeah. Oh, they're still working on that. There's going to be coming out here.
Yeah. So I mean, okay. So if they're working on that, I mean, I don't think they're working on anything else unless they're doing which
The
you know.
Last of Us 2,
Are you
I
serious?
believe.
Is that
Yeah, I
announced?
heard about that too. Yep, The
Yeah,
Last of Us too.
Have you
they
guys played
accidentally
that?
said it. Yeah, they accidentally said Last of Us 2 on a podcast by accident. Like it was in an article that they didn't mean to release information about it.
Oh, okay, so I think that's maybe what's coming here because when I saw that, I immediately thought fucking Crash Bandicoot, right? They made it back in the
Oh,
day.
well, yes,
You know what
they
I
may
mean?
come up with a remaster. It might not be Naughty Dog though, remastering it, right? It
Yeah.
might be these other companies like Blue Point Games
But
or another company that does remasters.
and then also they made Jack and Dexter as well, right?
I'm not too sure
Yeah,
about
they
that one.
did. They did. They
They
did
did that
back
one
in the
as
day.
well.
So yeah, and I believe they also made a remaster for that as well. Back
Yeah, they
in
just released that.
yeah, that was like a year or two ago or something like that.
Yeah.
And yeah, so I don't think that's a game that we need to worry about in terms of them getting a remaster over us. But yeah, Crash Bandicoot is a
hmm
real threat right now, man. Fuck.
And Ratchet and Clank are coming out with a movie, so they'll be coming out with something for that as well, I believe.
All right. Okay, so um, one of the things I was kind of wondering is how are you guys gonna get this letter? How are you guys gonna make sure this letter gets to him? Is it just gonna be done completely via Twitter?
No, there's other things that we're planning, but I can't really say too much about it at this time.
Okay.
I want it to be we want it to be a surprise.
All right. And Running Man, you wanted to say something, right?
Say what?
I don't know. You told me
I'm
you
just
wanted to say
listening.
something about Adam Boyes or whatever,
Oh,
about how you
Adam
feel
Boys, we
about him.
already touched up on it. How he just shunned us away when they wanted us to ask him what game we wanted to come back.
Yeah. So do you think they're just giving us the runaround now at this point?
Could be a possibility. Never know. I really hope the letter will work because the other party did it. There should be no reason why we should be
Yeah,
not
and
getting acknowledged. So.
well, the thing was they were a smaller community than us, right? And they had less
Hmm.
copies sold. They definitely had less copies sold than we'd had for the SOCOM for their franchise compared to our franchise.
We're talking about Shenmue, right?
Do you know?
Yes.
Okay. Do you? Okay. Do you know if you'll get responded? Like, will they reply to the letter? Do we get a yes or no? Like, do you think they'll say something, or they'll just leave it
Well, the
and
Shenmue
respond?
thing was at E3, right? They didn't
Yeah.
Hmm.
announce anything till they brought the dude that did the game onto the stage and was like, "Yo, this is what we're doing. We're setting up a Kickstarter for this game.
That's right.
Your word has been reached," basically.
So I think that's probably why it was so popular, right? Because it was announced at E3.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and
So
that's what needs to happen. If they're not going to release a remastered, but they're going to do a Kickstarter for a remaster or a sequel, they would have to do it at E3 because that is when the most viewers are going to be watching, and
yeah.
that is when
So
you're going to get the most advertising.
okay. So since they did that at E3, should we not look at PlayStation Experience for an answer? Should we wait till next year's E3? What do you
I
think?
believe PlayStation Experience is also a good place. Like people are going to be watching that as well. They advertise that a lot on each media hub as well. There's going to be at least 1 million people probably watching PlayStation Experience.
Right. But do you think it's too soon? Like too soon for them to announce something at PlayStation Experience, or like,
Yeah, I think
yeah.
they would recognize that have been they might say something about SOCOM and that we won building the list and that we won that 20 years of play poll.
Hmm.
They'll mention something about SOCOM, but I don't believe that they would be like, "Hey, we're releasing SOCOM remastered, blah blah blah." They
And
would
if they do not release or whatever, it's none of our faults. This is just a push, right? It's not
yeah.
like, you know, Celerity, you're doing an incredible job, BigFry, everybody. If this doesn't happen, it's none of our faults. Like we've been trying to, push, and it's not 100%, right?
Hmm.
It's not
Well, what
100%.
other community really pushes as hard as we have for a game?
None, man.
Well, yeah,
And
but
what did they release lately? The Last Guardian. That was one that was got a lot of push as well, and that game came true.
so basically, Sony's shooting themselves in the foot. Basically, you got a community here that's being muted.
Right. And to go off of what Slavic Conscript said on the chat, he said we done a Kickstarter, we'll definitely crush a remaster. Well, I think the problem with the HR one is that we were putting our money into a indie studio, right? Like we've
Yeah,
never seen them
and
before. What do they do? Like who are they? Yeah, they had a
and
couple names. Yeah, go ahead.
there was nothing that was shown either. Like there was no gameplay shown. Like people aren't gonna donate to something that they don't have like a trailer for or anything. They
Exactly.
just had basically the creative director of SOCOM walking around talking about
Yeah,
what
And
the game
as you
would be.
exactly.
notice, if you Google SOCOM David Sears, you'll see nothing but H hour. Like they dominated him on H hour.
Yeah,
Like they
they basically
told
used him as a sell point.
sponsorship or
Well,
something.
they wouldn't have anything if they didn't have him, man. That's the
Yeah,
reason many people, paid money for this because they saw him. But okay, so do you think maybe if they were to announce a Kickstarter, do you think it would get like I don't know how much money would be reasonable for the SOCOM community, but how much money do you think we could raise if it had Sony's stamp of approval on the Kickstarter?
if it was affiliated by Sony and it was an official SOCOM title with on a trailer already posted and maybe
Mhm.
updated gameplay halfway through the Kickstarter, then I would say there'd be a good amount of money, like in the millions, definitely.
Millions. Oh shit.
That's
If
crazy.
we raised as a small community an indie project that had no advertising, like barely any from game media hubs,
Mhm.
like there was maybe what a few articles posted about it from in between all of the media outlets that are on Twitter and Facebook. Um, I'm sure a official Sony official SOCOM title could raise at least $3 to $4 million minimum compared to H Hour's Kickstarter, which only did a quarter million.
Yeah, and what do you think, so Julie? Because I heard you grunting over there, man. What do you think?
That what?
That how much money could we reasonably raise in your opinion?
Oh, well, that I mean, I can't, I can't figure that. What did we wait for each hour? 250, and I
250,
mean,
Yeah, but
in
and
the
they
I
barely
don't
got
see it going in the
advertised either.
no way it's going to go in the millions. I mean,
well, I mean,
I think that's
yeah,
asking a lot.
Yeah, but it would be on the main stage in front of everybody the watching, and everybody would know about it compared to the 2,000 people that got pushed out to on Kickstarter for each hour.
I mean, if
It would
it's
be
announced, if it's announced there, or like
at
yeah,
E3.
then yeah, it's a possibility. Yeah, I mean, you know,
because Shenmue only sold 500,000 units, I think it was on Dreamcast or something,
Yeah, and how
and
the hell did that
if it's
happen? How the
announced
hell
at
did
the
they?
PlayStation Experience, it's possible. It's
mm-hmm,
very
Yeah.
possible.
because they
But let
raised
me
like
ask you this.
three some $1 million.
Hmm.
Let me ask you this. Do you think, in your opinion, um, will we get an acknowledgement at the PlayStation Experience? Will we get, hey, these guys won, the SOCOM remastered list, and or mention of the poll that we just won, the EU
Yeah,
poll?
if the right members of the Sony team are at the PlayStation Experience, it will get mentioned, I believe. But if the other guys like Adam Boyes and Yoshida are the main people that are doing the PlayStation Experience, I don't see it reaching their
Hmm.
mouths at all. Like I don't think
And why is that? Why would you separate Adam Boyes and Yoshida as compared
be-
to a different Sony team who will mention it?
they've known us in the past. They know how hardcore we are about SOCOM, and they've heard it all before, right? So
So
this
you
is
think it'll be
nothing new
something
to them.
deliberate, like well, we're kind of annoying to them that they won't say it type thing?
I believe that they would say that we are on borderline annoying to them because they have blocked us on Twitter.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Um, but the new people that are on Sony, like the newer people, have already talked about SOCOM this year,
Yeah, I
and
think. Yeah, go ahead.
if they're there, like maybe they'll say something,
I
right?
think
Okay.
I think the bigger problem is if we don't hear anything. I think that's a bigger problem than actually like hearing very little because everything
Yeah, well,
we've
I'm
done
just trying
throughout
to
this whole year.
gauge. Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
just trying to gauge as opposed to, you know, at least getting a mention out of one of those things, as
Mm.
opposed to You know, I mean, I understand. You know, I'm pretty sure we're not going to get announced there, but to get mentioned would be something positive to look for, especially
Yeah.
you know, at winning that poll.
Or was it just to get hype on their PlayStation experience? Like they just said that, to get, you know, views and people to look at it.
Also, it could be a clue. Like if
Well,
we
yeah,
get mentioned,
I
we
watch
don't
it
get
every year,
mentioned.
right?
Hmm.
Just to hear SOCOM like at E3 or at or at PlayStation Experience. Like there's a couple games that they announced like before announcing it, they talked it up or whatever, saying like, oh, this is an older game, a fan called classic, blah blah blah, and it ended up being like another game like Grim Fandango.
What are the
You know,
chances of them just, saving this for next year? You know, if they just posted that we want, your opinion on what you want to see remastered, and we're like SOCOM, and then we don't hear it. Is that like that's going to be bad that we don't hear it because it's either, like I said, it's either advertisement for them or they wanted to
hmm
hear, what we wanted. So
yeah,
we should have been acknowledged. So I'm feeling in Capone's shoes. Like if we don't hear it this year, it's like wow.
Well, I
yeah.
think
Well,
yeah. Go ahead.
I'm still going to go back to what they did. Yoshida said in the article 2012, saying they never really kill off any franchise, like they're still alive or whatever. You just may have to wait. Like he acknowledged SOCOM 1 and 2 as the fan favorites, and that
Hmm.
Sly Cooper didn't get a new game for six years, I think it was.
I just think this letter is going to piss off Yoshida
No, I don't
regardless.
think so, man.
If like regardless, because the guy's a meanie, man. Like he doesn't want to
No,
acknowledge
no.
us.
We don't know that for sure, man. Like,
Okay.
if I were to get spammed by the same guy over and over again with the same message, I'd probably block him myself, man. To be honest with you, as
Yeah.
opposed to having about was it 500 guys we're going for here at once sending me the same thing. Like, I'd be like, okay, let me take a second look at this. The
Yeah.
going in
Yeah.
alone is just, you don't end up getting anything out of it, really, man.
Yeah, that's not how you get what you want. You got first of all you got to give them time and you know tweeting them every other day or every week or even every month for that. You got to give
hmm
they got a plan. So however their
Yeah,
plan that's what
they,
they go by. So
it could really come down to like the higher ups saying, uh, show of hands, who wants a SOCOM, and it could be that
Hmm.
one person.
Yeah, that's fuck, man. When you put it like that, dude. Oh my God, just think our gaming future lies, in one
yeah,
vote.
that's
You know what I
right.
mean? Come on,
Well,
man.
their fans are really annoying and they're constantly
Yeah,
retweeting. Let's just get them out of the
yeah. So
way.
if we piss off a certain amount of people and they're one of those persons that's gonna vote, oh my God, dude, this does not look good for us.
Yeah, well, that's what I was thinking. I was like saying like, okay, it's up to the higher ups which games get made, which games don't. If there was literally the one person on the board that didn't want SOCOM and didn't see it as a profitable title for PlayStation, and that's our deciding like whether the game gets put on PS4 or not.
Right. So then, at the end of the day, with this letter. By the way, Supra, you're asking in the chat, what's a letter video? Big Fry, Celerity, I believe people from TRS, if I'm correct, Celerity are working on this letter as well, right?
Yep.
TRS. Okay, so they're working on a letter, and Big Fry is gonna drop a video sometime next week, I believe, with instructions on how to tweet this
Big
letter
Fry is
out.
also going to be on your channel too, if I can get him on there if he's not busy. Well, we're going to talk to him, but
Uh,
yeah,
uh,
go ahead.
well, Capone, just drop the link for Big Fry's
Yeah, here.
podcast. Just
I'll
drop the
post a
link for
link so you
that.
guys can follow Big Fry. Just follow him on Twitter, and when he drops the video, he'll tweet it out with instructions on what to do to send this letter out to the president of Sony.
Yeah, it'll be on the SOCOM Remastered Twitter too.
So give a follow to Big Fry TV and SOCOM Remaster, guys.
I'm pretty sure you'll be coming back on next Friday, letting us know
Yeah,
great
sure.
news.
Yeah, we love
All
having
right, that's
Celerity
great.
on, man. He earned that
Try to see
captain
if you can
badge.
bring your Fry Nation with you. Get him out here. We like to hear his voice.
All right, I
That
understand,
way.
Supra. You catch it on YouTube at a later time, but okay. So Yeah, man. I don't know, man. Like I said, if
Thanks for the question, though.
yeah, if we go in one by one like we've been doing, it's been noted that he will take action and block you. Although I don't know if it's him running his Twitter account. Does anybody know for sure that's him, or it's like
Who,
assistant or
Yoshida?
something? Yeah,
Probably
Oh yeah, he
both
runs his
him
own.
and somebody else. Well, yeah, probably somebody else too, right? If he's busy.
I don't know, because I
I think
think
it's
like
all him.
yeah, because if it is all him, then even if he were to block you saying something about SOCOM, dude, it will leave a negative taste in his mouth because he'll remember like, oh, SOCOM, I blocked so many people that said something about SOCOM. You know what I mean? That's why we need to get organized, man. That video from BigFry will help us get organized, hopefully. You know what I mean? But yeah, man.
Oh,
Anybody got anything else to say apart from Celerity, which is playing SOCOM 2, by the way, guys? He's camping in Desert Glory
I'm on
hostages with
Sujo right
mines
now.
everywhere. Oh, I mean Sujo, sorry. He's Sujo terrorist camping with mines everywhere.
Yeah.
Watch out.
Oh, I got him.
All right, man. Yeah. Anybody got anything else to say here before we end it?
I don't know. I would
Yeah,
like to
just
just thank Celerity for coming out. Big Fry, if he does come out. Everybody that's pushed forward, thank you. And go ahead, Celerity.
I was gonna say, yeah, stay tuned for that video next week, and also if you don't have a Twitter yet, make sure you make a Twitter.
Yeah. Make
Well,
sure.
it'll definitely be useful
Yeah.
in the
Follow
push for
him.
this.
All your guys' Twitters are up there. Follow them, and also if you guys do have a PS4, I'm gonna post how to get into that there. Just tweet at S2 Celerity your tag, and he'll get you in there. But yeah,
Yeah,
man.
the community. You gotta get in before they cap it because Sony thinks that 10,000 members is the maximum for any community at the moment.
They are going to
Sure,
expand
they'll
it.
Yeah,
they'll
so it's
update
first
it.
come, first serve. They will cap it. You won't be allowed to get in it, and you can't talk SOCOM. Now, I got a
But
question. Quick question before we go.
Mhm.
You were looking at your group to see how big you were in there and stuff like that, and they haven't acknowledged you, right? Is there still possibility that you could get up on there, or you think they're just toying with
yeah,
you?
I just think the database is still not where it needs to be on Sony. The community's update released like in alpha state or beta state, and they need to really fix it a little bit to get the popular page working properly.
Didn't you say at one time and point there was a group with lower numbers than your group? It wasn't on board, and then when you went and double checked, they were there, or something like
Yeah,
that.
they partially fixed it, but there's still groups that are like at 10,000 members that aren't up there yet.
So, guys, if you see that Celerity's asking PlayStation, ask PlayStation what's going on with the group, support them on that. And don't spam. Just we need 500 tweets. Each person should, I think you need support on that. Anytime that somebody's asking something that we're getting shunned away and unacknowledged, we got to support. We need the community backing us up 100%. And if you guys agree with me, just carry on then.
Yeah. Quick question for Celerity: Has PlayStation acknowledged that there's a bug in the community groups? Have they said anything about it?
No, they basically just hot fixed it. They didn't even release an update. They just fixed the database
Mm.
on the fly.
Okay.
And it just
Well,
happened to be fixed the next week that I was looking at it.
and is there any rumors of them expanding, 10,000 to like 20 or something? Have you heard
Oh,
anything
I'm
like
sure
that?
it'll happen, but I don't know when or how long. Like that'll like if it'll be before PlayStation Experience or after PlayStation Experience. I think right now 10,000 is a solid number if they fix the popular page because there are going to be other groups that are going to be going over. If they say put it up to 100,000, there'll be groups like the Fallout group and the Uncharted group
Yeah,
that'll probably
exactly.
get up there, and then we'll not even be on the popular page anymore.
Yeah. So
And
so
then they'll be
okay.
pissed.
Yeah. So let me ask you this. One of the things you mentioned is if we were to get on the front page of the groups and they because they are going to demonstrate this at PlayStation Experience, right? Do you think it's almost better that they don't up the limit, just so there's a better chance of us getting in the front page?
Yeah,
If you know what I
exactly,
mean?
exactly.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, make sure you guys join that group if you haven't done so, and yeah, man. Hopefully we get at least 10,000, so we're one of those 10,000 groups, so we don't look below them or whatever. But
I just got team killed.
right,
Oh, you
It
camping
was
again?
me.
you camping
No,
against Sujo again?
I was three on one, and I killed two of them, and then got team killed from behind.
You know what, Celerity? You're gonna lose your captain rank, bro. We're gonna move you down to butter.
I know. Oh, damn it.
Okay. Running Man is gonna get promoted. You're gonna get downgraded to butter stick.
Yo, did I just get ranked up or what?
Not yet.
Oh man.
Yo, you know what I was looking?
I guess I'm gonna have to come on next Friday then.
I was looking at
See
the
how
rank
my rank
system.
is.
Everybody was captain, right? In SOCOM 2? Everybody got there?
I got Butterbar on purpose, bro. It was starting to like not feel fun for me. I had to
Yeah,
go in
there
the
are some people that just get butter stick just for fun.
You were
And
captain,
just-
right, Celerity?
I was one of them.
Yeah, I was a captain.
Yeah, I had my captain. I believe Juvie, you had your captain as well, right?
Of course, I have my captain.
Yeah, I believe captain is top 15% of SOCOM players, I believe, right? And then like
Yeah, it was
lieutenant is
I love that you tweeted. You're like, I just leave my PlayStation on to see if people are messaging me on.
Yeah.
Yeah, that
like,
was I could relate
remember.
to that, man. I could relate.
I
to
remember
that.
leaving my PlayStation on and being in the room. So all my community people had to like message me and just come on.
Yeah, man. Fuck. All right. Juvie, you got
Every
anything to
time
say,
we
bro?
talk,
You've been quiet over there.
What's that? But I can't hear you.
I said you've been quiet, man. You don't want to get downgraded to butter stick. Yeah,
You can't expect too much as a butter stick, man.
No, you're a cookie right now, bro. You're legit. You're a cookie. All right.
I'm a ski, I guess.
I got the double skis, bro. The twin towers. Okay, so no, I believe Admiral was 5 stars, right? And then yeah, Captain was wings. Like every time you got your captain, everybody's like, you got your wings.
5 stars was only on SOCOM 3.
Yeah,
So
They only went up
right?
to the 1 star.
Give
on
everybody a
SOCOM
quick
3.
rundown what SOCOM is. It's a third-person shooter with toe-to-toe. What you say it well, Celerity. Go ahead.
Oh, the
Take it
strafe
away.
battles, like moving fast,
Yeah,
having strafe
and
fights,
toe-to-toe.
moving left and right, getting your aim on, like making sure you control your recoil.
Vote mechanism if fucking anyone's not there for the game.
Server browser private
Community,
password rooms.
yeah. The community
What
was
else? What
well
else?
engaged.
Jump to climb, dive to prone.
Yeah.
Grenade
ninja
arc.
skill.
It just had so many features that no other game, like even on PS4 and PS3, games don't even have the same shit. They don't even have it.
Do you guys remember Ring Around the Noob?
Why? Were you the dude in the middle? Freaking camper. Yeah, Supra. If you look at next to Celerity's name, dude, that's the captain, the little eagle rank or whatever. But yeah, man. So we're getting to the end here. Holy shit!
If you're on
you guys
PS4, getting that community before it gets maxed
yeah,
out.
make sure you guys join the SOCOM community on PS4. I'll put the links. Every link will be in the description of this video if you guys are watching on YouTube.
Make a Twitter.
And, yeah, we'll see you guys hopefully next week, and follow us on Twitter to be updated if anything changes. And
Make it Twitter, guys.
We'll see you guys next week. Later. Thanks for watching the video. If you enjoyed it, please be sure to leave a like and check out some of my other videos. Just click the annotation on the screen and it'll take you there. And see you guys on the next one. Later.